Conor Benn has had one of the most impressive starts to a boxing career that the boxing community has seen in quite some time. And Benn's performance in his last bout against American Chris Algeiri on Saturday, December 11th, 2021 is no exception. In today's video, we are going to be going over this fight as well as other recent boxing news. You're not going to want to miss a second of this video, so stick around. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Conor Benn's history in the ring. Benn has seen a great deal of success in the ring, and with good reason. Benn has been fighting from a very young age while growing up with his family in their gated mansion on the beautiful island of Mallorca, Spain. Despite his family's money, Benn's father taught him the importance of financial literacy by never giving him any money growing up, which may sound cruel, but look at Conor now. Looks like he's doing just fine. While growing up, Benn fought in amateur bouts in Australia to earn money and to train. Benn excelled in the ring and began carving his path to pro fighting, earning himself an amazing amateur record, which could not be overlooked by his pro trainer to be Tony Sims. Sims made Benn the unbeatable fighter he is today and helped him build up the savage reputation that he carries with him whenever he enters the ring. With Sims training, Benn cruised to his first 4 victories before finally running into a fight that went the distance. Stephen Backhouse was the opponent that gave Benn's undefeated record a run for its money. However, Benn managed to score 2 knockdowns and eventually the knockout, earning Benn his 5th victory. Benn's rise to stardom. After taking 5 straight victories, Benn continued his winning ways after a brief hiatus from pro boxing. In his first bout since taking time off, Benn faced off against Mike Cole, in which he earned his 5th straight stoppage victory, knocking him out late in the 3rd round. Benn continued to fight exclusively in the UK, earning himself 3 more victories, which was finally enough to force boxing promoters to book a fight for Benn in the United States. Benn debuted in America facing off against Brandon Sonudo, but it was not a long battle. Benn knocked out Sonudo very early in the 2nd round, improving Benn's record to 10-0. This win on American soil continued to propel Benn's career into the heights of superstardom, and Benn never looked back. Benn continued his winning ways back across the pond as his next 10 bouts took place in England, and Benn went on to win all 10 of them, with his latest being his most impressive. The devastating knockout blow seen all over the world. Benn entered the ring against American boxer Chris Algeiri in a highly anticipated battle. The two had been set to fight each other since the fight was announced back on November 7th, 2021. Benn entered the fight as the favorite, sporting a record of 19-0, which obviously outshines Algeiri's record of 25-3. Algeiri came into this bout winning his previous 4 bouts, including 3 wins by unanimous decision. This fight was set to be a very impressive bout that had a good chance of going the distance. Unfortunately for fans of Algeiri, or fans of fights that go the distance, this was not the case. Benn displayed his full power during this fight, knocking Algeiri out in what was maybe the most impressive knockout of 2021. Benn loaded up a vicious 1-2 combo that fully connected with Algeiri's jaw, sending him to the mat. Not only did Benn finish Algeiri off in a very impressive manner, he also showed amazing control by holding off on any further assault while Algeiri was dropping to the floor. The amazing display of power sent Benn's record to 20-0 and allowed Benn to retain his WBA welterweight Continental Championship title. Before this bout, Algeiri had only suffered 3 losses, 1 to Manny Pacquiao, 1 to Amir Khan, and the 3rd being to Errol Spence Jr., and now the 4th comes from the powerful hands of Conor Benn. Benn went on to call his fight against Algeiri as a fight that did not count as a test. Benn insinuated that this fight was not something on his level and that he did not get the ranks he has for nothing. Benn has also said that he knew this knockout was coming and that we should not have expected anything else. As of this recording, we do not know when Benn's next fight will be, but we are certain that it will be another fight to remember. Speculation says that we could see a fight between another heavy hitter in the welterweight category, like Abel Ramos or Jaron Ennis. If Benn were to fight and defeat both of those mentioned opponents, he could see himself challenging current WBA World Welterweight Champion of the World, Radza Butaev. But is this the path that we can predict for Benn? Let's find out. Is Benn the next WBA champion? Benn has undoubtedly carved out a very impressive path to being the 5th ranked fighter in the welterweight category in the WBA. Benn's 20-0 record puts him on a likely collision course with higher ranked fighters like the 4th ranked fighter, American Abel Ramos, or the 3rd ranked fighter, Jaron Ennis. If Benn can defeat them and advance to 22-0, it would be a very real possibility that Benn could challenge Butaev for the WBA World Championship title. But would Benn even stand a chance? According to Benn's father and boxing legend Nigel Benn, Conor has a real shot at the title one day. He is going all the way, is all that the proud father could say about his kid after he bested Algeiri in the ring. Nigel also went on to say that this is the fight that Conor made on his own path. He is not in my shadow anymore. I know that Nigel is Conor's father, but when you consider what Nigel had done in the ring during his prime, the shadow that Nigel cast was pretty huge, and the fact that Nigel, along with most of the boxing world, believes that Conor has taken himself out of Nigel's shadow, how does he not stand a chance against the world #1, Radza Butaev? Obviously, there's still lots to happen before Benn takes a shot at the WBA title, but it is definitely not crazy to think that Benn is on on a collision course with Butiev to put a loss on Butiev's impressive record of 14-0, and what a fight that'll be if we're lucky enough to see it. In other boxing news, we have a fight. After more than a full year off, Daniel Jacobs is set to return to the ring in a bout against John Ryder in a fight that will likely set the roof on fire at the 168 venue in London, England, when these two take the ring on February 12, 2022. As previously mentioned, Jacobs has not fought in over a year, and people are already worried that the fighter has no motivation to win this fight, and people are questioning his potential effectiveness when he steps back into the ring. As for his opponent John Ryder, he was last seen in the ring on September 10, 2021, when he faced off against Joseph Zierko, which resulted in a win, improving his record to 30-5. As impressive as that sounds, compared to Jacobs' record of 37-3, his 30-5 record isn't quite as impressive. Will the year off be enough to allow Ryder to take the win, or will the Miracle Man have enough left in the tank to take a win in his first fight since taking a year off of pro fighting? If you ask me, I think I have to give the edge to Ryder in this bout. I don't put too much stake into records, but I do firmly stand on the principle that not boxing for a full year does not make you better at boxing. Sure, Jacobs has been training during his time off, but not fighting a real opponent has to take a toll on your mental and physical state. As good as Jacobs was prior to his hiatus, he will be in for quite the battle when he takes on John Ryder. Tune in on February 12th to find out who takes the victory home when these two titans face off and what should be a fight to remember. And on that note, that's all we have for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. What did you think of Ben's knockout? And do you think he has what it takes to face Radzab Butiev if he ever gets the chance? Tell us why or why not in the comment section below. We hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider leaving a like rating on the video and subscribing to the channel. It's free to you, only takes a few seconds, and it goes a long way in helping the channel. Thank you all once again, and we'll see you in the next video.